there's just so much life experience that I've gained through that time period. But the truth is that I was never proud of who I was, and it killed me inside to just continue to grow that way. And it was just like a sucky way to be, man. It was just horrible. The only other time that I felt like this is when I was living beyond my means, and I created a life that I felt like I could sustain, but I never even fucking had a grasp on. And then when I fucking left that life, or when that life left me, let's say, because that's the truth of what happened with one of my exes, that when that life left me, I felt like I could still obtain it, like it was close, like it was the first thing that I had ever tasted that was fucking good. And it really wasn't. What it was is that the mindset that I had behind what it was that I wanted was the end result. It wasn't right then. It wasn't like I had earned it. It wasn't like I had even deserved her. It was more like I had seen what I wanted and I could see how to get there, but I felt like I had it at that moment, and I knew I wasn't even fucking worth it at that time. I knew that I was fucking making somebody be something that I didn't want them to be, and I didn't want to be. Well, that's what alcohol did to me. Alcohol and being an alcoholic will kill you and kill everything around you. It will turn, your alcoholism will turn everything around you into fucking dust. Like, you'll see things just diminish. You'll see your fucking car disappear. You'll see your fucking livelihood, your care. You'll see a lot of things disappear. And yeah, there's functioning alcoholics, but how proud can you be of being a functional alcoholic? Just like how proud can you be about being a functional addict, like straight up shooting up and going to work? Like, that's not a brand that I want to represent. That's not a father that I want to be to my son. And every circumstance might be different, and you might need to condone that in your life to be able to function or not mentally break down. But at some point you have to fight yourself, and that's what I did. I fought myself. I fought everything that I ever knew about my life from when I was fucking 13, and I used to go to the liquor store and buy beer and fucking be able to have that kind of life. To be straight up honest with you, the brothers that I have, the family that I have, like, they're invincible, man. To me, I will always protect them. Anything that comes down to it, I'm gonna put my life out there, whether I know that I can stop it or not. I'm gonna try to do what I can to help somebody. But that is not how I started off. That's not who I was before. I was like in a sour place, man, and that's what I seen tonight, and that's what it made me feel tonight. And when I was talking, I called my mom right after the situation happened, and I just felt like, can you believe this? Like, how fucking gone do you have to be to not be able to fucking walk? I mean, I've seen people get so drunk that they end up fucking asleep on the grass of my fucking brother's house, man. I know that one day, I haven't really looked at the camera because it's hard for me to look at myself and realize that at this point I'm fucking diving into something that could make me feel or make me seem. I think it's important that you know that every single man, every single woman starts somewhere. And everything that we do, everything that you want to be, everything that you are going to be takes time. But that progress can be interrupted by influences or addictions that will not help you to strive. And everything that I'm trying to do, or everything that I'm trying to build up, is not going to be obstructed by anything, because my first priority is what it is that I see in front of me. And everything behind that is just so beautiful now, because there's nothing that can interrupt the function that I have every single day, and that's picking up the camera, picking up my son, teaching him something, learning, striving, setting goals, all of those things. I think that it's important that you understand, like, when you have some kind of substance abuse, addiction, fucking weight on your shoulder, anvil at your fucking ankle, like something that you cannot escape, that you try every day but you just keep coming back to it. I don't care if it's fucking porn, if it's fucking alcohol, if it's fucking gambling, if it's fucking dope, if it's fucking whatever it is. Like, that shit's just a fucking burden on your soul, and you could be so much more pure and so much more happy by leaving it and tossing it in the trunk of whatever fucking hellhole that you're leaving behind, so that you could fucking start to walk in that fucking desert. Because I know the feeling, all alone, while everyone else, you can just see them in your peripherals still doing the same things, and you're just trying to progress and get to a point where you understand, like, I'm not trying to drink myself to death. I do still drink, but it is so controlled that if I feel like I'm fucking drinking too much, I will immediately stop. Immediately. Whereas before, we're like, I wouldn't even realize, because I didn't even care about it. That was who it was that I was at the time, and there was no changing what it was that I wanted to do at that time. And everything that I am about now doesn't even fucking stand for anything close to that. The only time that I would ever be about that life is when it comes to my son, that I would put everything that I have in me to just forget about what I'm doing to fucking make sure that he has everything he needs. Do you understand that? Like, I would drive myself to fucking exhaustion, near death, to be able to give him what it was that he needs, or that it is that he needs, or that he will ever need. Because that's the way that I feel now in my heart. It's like the consistency that I have around driving my own self to success is like what it is that you see every day in me struggling to fucking say how it is that you can do it yourself, and how you can be a manager, how you could be a district manager, how you could be a regional, how you could own your own fucking business, how you can do things that I haven't done yet. Because you want to know why? Because I see the consistency and hard work from my peers. I gain that experience from them. Doesn't mean that I have it yet, but it does mean that the things that I'm doing are going to help me get there, because the consistency and work ethic are what help you to get there, right? Well, you have to have the right brand and the right mindset, the right toolkit, the right experiences to be able to build you and develop you, and be able to take the feedback and say, all right, this is where I fucked up, this is where I'm going though, so I don't care that I fucked up right here, as long as I'm not fucking doing something to diminish my brand and say that this is what I am going to be able to do. And then if something happens, oh my goodness, this is who I am now. Fuck that. I'm going for broke. I'm going for it all. And I'm going to make sure that you guys see that every single day. So when I tell you that there are things in my life, that there are aspects of my life that I struggle to talk about, that I struggle to relive, that I want you guys to know about, my tattoos and all of these things, right? It's because I feel like there is so much that I have to give you guys as knowledge that I don't want you to have to learn on your own, that I don't want you to have to experience on your own. Because when I was alone, when I was at my worst, and when I was at my fucking drunkest, my fucking highest, and my fucking lowest, when I was sitting there all alone in that fucking jail cell, when I got my DUI, when I was sitting there all fucking alone, and no motherfucker could sit there with me because I was by myself, and when I fucking decided at that moment, like, I had fucked up my own life, I knew that I didn't want somebody else to experience the same struggle that I had to. Now that I'm a father, I feel like that shit even more, and I live it every day, because I wouldn't want my son to feel like that's who his dad is. Because I used to feel like that's who my brother is, that's who my friend is, that's who my dad is, that's who my mom is, that's who my grandma is. Whether it was good or bad, the point is that I started to develop my own sense of self, my own sense of worth, my own sense of everything, right? I developed because it was my choice to develop how it was I wanted to develop, where it was I wanted to put somebody, how high or low I wanted to put them. It was my choice, and I want to be able to give my son the best role model that he could have, so that he could understand that hard work pays off. Dedication and consistency will take you to levels beyond everybody else, or it will help you to join everybody else. And I hope that you guys see that in me every single day, and I hope that you guys were able to gain some insight into a little aspect of my life. And I hope you guys know how much I really do appreciate you, because I see the little steps that I'm making, because the bigger picture is right around the corner. It's like a puzzle. You keep putting all the little pieces, and then eventually you have the finished product. If you guys could have seen that. Have a good night.